All right, class. So here I am today in my uh, living room at my house. I asked you, as far as one of your assignments for this week, to take a look at a couple of pieces of your furniture that you have in your house, and then to just identify the different types of joining methods that we were using. So I'll just go ahead and have you kind of show, as I'm looking around here, my house, I got a couple of end tables here. So I got end table over there that's holding up my phonograph. Got chairs, rocking chair. It's more end tables. TV stand, of course, a little piano bench, curio cabinet. All of those are different types of pieces of furniture that you might find in a household. In this case, my household. So, and of course, here is a footstool as well. That is. So as we take a look at this footstool, we should be able to instantly start to recognize some of the joining methods that were used. And as I go down, hopefully at this point you all recognize that. What type of a joining method is that? That's our pocket hole jig. So that should be pretty good with pocket holes to hold the base of this onto the top. Now, looking at this joint here, I'm not exactly sure, but that's probably some type of a mortise and tenon type joint, so I'd have to take the whole thing apart to be sure. But of course, it might be a dowel pin joint. I'm pretty sure that it's more than just a butt joint, because this is a pretty strong and sturdy footstool. So now, going back into here at this point, so I would imagine that that is probably the same type of joining method as up here, but you never know. There are a couple of signs where it might just be clearly a butt joint. We do have a little bit more of a gap over here where it's not quite joined together as it once did. Of course, these are kind of some sophisticated joint for a simple stool, to be honest with you, because we got compound angles here that were cut to make this on the table with the table leg. And not only do we have compound angles that were cut out up here, but as we come down here, you also see we're parallel all the way up here, but then they, as a decorative touch, they just put a little taper cut right here for about the last 2.5, 3 inches of these legs on there. So, actually, for being a simple footstool, there's quite a bit of work and saw cutting and measuring, and marking, and layout that went into making that particular footstool. So, of course, again, as a review, just the got like a little round over. Now this isn't a full radius on here, so that would have either been using a specialized router bit, or they actually put that radius on there by hand with a hand file. But most likely it was a special large size radius router bit that they went and machined on. Now, the other thing that I'm looking at here as I kind of inspect this piece of furniture, I'm looking to see whether this was just a solid piece altogether or whether this is a glue up. So, and well, yeah, I can see that there are some telltale signs here. So, notice how that grain structure doesn't match. Yep, and now that we're looking at that, we'll see, you can tell that was looks to me like this was a two-piece glue up on this panel. Well, let's kind of inspect this a little. Nope. See a difference in the grain structure right there. So I've got one piece, two piece, three piece, four. So this was a 4-piece glue up on this top deck. Notice they did not alter the grain structure, so they kind of kept it all going the same direction, it looks like, on that when they glued that up as well. So anyway, that was just a quick little demonstration what I'm trying to go at. So get out here and take a look at some of your projects, take a look at some of the pieces of furniture in your house, and see how they were made, how they were assembled, and the types of joints that they were used.